this your flat? Flat. Okay. Okay. I bet. Yeah. I just having the wing below me. I said it's been 30 years since I've been on a low wing. That's why I took lessons. I took 3 lessons. And I misunderstood the instructor. I think I told you this story before. He said, "You've flown before." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Take off," and I did. I'd only been flying for 2-mile airlines. I'd never actually flown a plane. Wow.
Test. Oh, I hear it good.
Now these little things here, I didn't like it gets too hot in the summertime. The ears do. So I got these little guys, and they're wonderful.
Where you get them? Sporties or somewhere?
Just, it's Halo headsets, I think is what it's called. They have their own little website.
How much are they?
Oh, 200.
Based on the traffic, okay, 0973, departing the pattern to the north, climbing to 2,500 feet. That's on the traffic.
What are we, 740 here?
772.
772? That's pretty close.
Yeah.
Oops. Anyway, get some seatbelts on, or I'll be illegal.
Okay, traffic sports cruiser 777 over McGough, turning to our base for runway 20, Rowan County.
Aren't we having fun? I did this one time. I got distracted and took off without seatbelts. It's like, oh, you dummy, what's going on here? But you just make a U-turn and come back and land. That's for the summertime when it gets real hot. You pop that open, and that one you can open it anytime that you want. That one there brings a hurricane of air.
Rowan County traffic sports cruiser 777 over McGough, turning into the final for runway 20, Rowan County.
Okay.
I guess you wear a hat in the summer for the sun, huh?
Yeah. Especially with my thin hair. I got a dermatologist keep fussing at me all the time about all of the mess that I'm making. Well, I'd say we ought to go somewhere, huh?
Yeah, wherever.
Okay.
You say you're videoing this?
Yeah.
Where's it at? The camera?
It's right behind us.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty bad because every time you say something wrong, it records it.
I went to Wadesboro, and Barry let me fly a gyrocopter. And it's the first time I'd ever handled a stick, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just, I don't know, it's like once you fly, you just got a feel for it, you know. It didn't feel weird, except for the shaking, you know, because it's doing that.
I wouldn't care for that too much.
It didn't feel weird at all, really.
Davidson County traffic, 751 Golf, starting a right turnout, departing the pattern to the northwest, Davidson.
Yeah. Well, we're all down and locked. Like I said, you just each little knob adjusts the volume, so.
Yeah. Is this your call-in button here?
Yeah, that's.
And you've got one over there? Yeah, okay.
Davidson County traffic, 594 Papa Foxtrot, entering West Base for 24.
Rowan County, Lexport 149 Whiskey Foxtrot, taxiing back to runway 20 for departure. Put this mic in the right place.
When did you get it painted?
We did that last July.
Who just asked you that?
Huh?
Who asked you when you get it painted? I didn't.
That was
Davidson County traffic, 4 Papa Foxtrot, entering final for 24.
We had a neighbor that paints cars. He came over and painted it in my hangar.
Yeah, but somebody just asked you when you got it painted. Who asked you just then? It came on the radio.
Oh, I thought that was you.
No.
Oh.
No, I don't know who asked you.
Well, I'll be
Okay, traffic 477 over Golf, turning into Crossland, runway 20, Rowan County.
133 Delta Alpha, left downwind, runway 21, Astro.
So that's a toe brake you've got on that left, just that left one.
both of them's got toe brakes.
Okay.
I just didn't put the other side because I wasn't going to do any training, and I figured that it was, what, $250 more, and I thought, well, you know, but that time, I didn't realize that the shortcuts you take are things you wouldn't do if you thought about them, but it's getting warm pretty quick, you know?
Yeah. We'll need almost 70 today, or mid-60s.
Yeah.
But it started out cold. It's going to be nice tomorrow. I'll probably back up here tomorrow too.
Well, tomorrow's going to be really perfect. I think the wind's going to lay down even more than today.
Okay, traffic Sports Cruiser 777 over Golf, turning into our downwind for runway 20, Rowan County.
We flew yesterday.
I was out here yesterday about, I don't know, 2 or 3 o'clock, something like that.
Well, so we got back about 3 yesterday. We went to Carthage, and then we went up here to 5 Ins Sugar Valley. That's where I got this hat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and you know, they changed their symbol to 5NC2, and we went there and then came back here.
Well, I think Davey's got a student on downwind, so we'll wait till he sort of...
Okay.
No, we got plenty of time. We'll go ahead and get out of here.
Yeah, okay.
Take one more look before we make a leap, but I don't see anybody. I think we're okay. Rowan County, Light Support 149 Whiskey Foxtrot, departing runway 20.
Acceleration there now. That's a big difference in that 150. Woo, already airborne. Damn.
Right now, traffic Cherokee 640, it's going to turn to a 270 to turn downwind. Our left base 14, late going. Ashborough traffic 133 Delta Alpha, turning final runway 21, Ashborough.
That's a little different than John's, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that thing's pulled up fast. I mean, wow. We'd still be on the ground, I think.
Well, you know, the thing is, this is a geared propeller, so this...
Double traffic 586 on left downwind 23.
It runs up a lot quicker.
Okay, traffic Sports Cruiser 777 over Golf, turning into our base for runway 20, Rowan County.
Also bumps a little more, too.
There.
Huh?
You got everything you need right here.
Just about do. Yeah.
Lake Norman traffic Cherokee 640, it's downwind for left base 14, Lake Norman.
Rowan County, Light Support 149 Whiskey Foxtrot, departing the area to the south. Rowan County. Let's get out of here, get a little altitude, so you can see what it feels like to fly it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a little different than John's.
Shelby traffic 586 returning base for 23.
I like the way you thought to put knee pads.
Lake Norman traffic Cherokee 640, it's turning left base for 14, Lake Norman.
With shorts, it was wearing the hair off my legs.
Yeah.
I'm going to pad this thing one of these days, but I haven't quite got there yet. It does pretty good wide open. It burns 6.5 gallons an hour.
Jameson County traffic, 4 Papa Fox, departing runway 24 to the north.
Were you point? Do you have a burn rate gauge that tells you?
Shelby traffic, 5 Victor is on final for 2-3, 1 mile out. Shelby traffic, 4-4 Echoes on the go, 2-3.
This guy.
Rolling County traffic, 477 number golf, turning into our crosswind for runway 20, Rolling County.
When somebody talks, that's you can't hear it.
Right.
It cuts us out.
Same thing it is.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we're just about up to 3,000.
Traffic, run up there.
It's for
Shelby traffic, 3-4 golf turning out of the pattern with traffic inside.
County traffic, 477 number golf, turning into our crosswind, our downwind for runway 20, Rolling County.
Man, the visibility is awesome in this thing. I mean, you can really see.
Shelby traffic, Cessna 1644 Echo, turning crosswind to downwind 23 Shelby.
can't talk much, but you can see good. That's
And Orange County traffic, 453 Papa Sarah. I'm 5 miles out from the north, inbound, was making a full stop. Orange County.
We cruise 100 RPM.
At Greenwood traffic, you got a Skylane 10 miles out to the north, inbound for runway 9, Greenwood.
We cruise 100 RPMs less than our takeoff speed.
oh,
You know, so we're almost at maximum power, you know, all the time.
The Cherokee just landed at Lake Norman. Where are you going to be parking?
I think you.
I was transitioning up and stopping.
Rolling County traffic, Sports Cruiser 777 number golf, turning into our base for runway 20, Rolling County.
You got a little more.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm going to stop right here. Okay.
I'll be glad.
About 50 yards behind me.
I'll be glad when they change. It's pretty easy to fly, you know, just.
Yeah, very responsive. I mean, that.
Taxi 43 kilo is taxiing to runway 3.
Shelby, left 944 Echo, turning base, 123 Shelby.
Feels like the gyrocopter without all the.
Are you on 122.8?
And your rudder, yeah, your rudders feel good too.
You got lots of rudder control.
Yeah, really, wow, yeah.
This is a full rudder, and it'll really swing it around. Before it had a bungee cord on it, and there was so much restriction that you were fighting it. You had to push it real hard, and then it overshot what you were doing. So I've changed that to a spring that doesn't have as much friction. And now you got real easy rudder control, which is a little spooky.
Shelby 44 Echo, turning final for 123 Shelby. 490 Foxtrot, are you on 150.8? Orange County traffic 453 Papa Sarah. Be crossing midfield, coming in from the north for runway 26, Orange County.
Well, what do you think of this thing?
It's badass, man. Just to say you built it yourself is amazing, you know.
Johnson County traffic, Bonanza 1693 Whiskey, RNAV 21 approach, Johnson County. Greenwood traffic, got a Skylane on a 5-mile left base for runway 9, Greenwood.
You need to drive my car. It's like I brought it with me. It's at the airport.
Yeah.
It's like it. It's my I got a 911 Carrera.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Porsche.
Yeah.
And I mean, you do the steering wheel, whatever you do, it would be very easy to crash it because it's just so touchy.
Yeah.
And like I said, it just take that there. You see that little bit of wobble.
Yeah.
It's very responsive, you know. I like that.
Oh, yeah. I had a friend that had one of those, but his problem was he used to drive it drunk, and he ended up in the ditch most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
He had a hard time with it hydroplaning.
I've never driven mine in the rain.
That was what
Ever.
He said every time he drove it in the rain, the front tires would start hydroplaning. And,
Yeah.
Of course, being a little bit.
Rolling County traffic, Sports Cruiser 777 number golf, turning into our crosswind for runway 20, Rolling County.
Orange County traffic 453 Papa Sarah. I think the left hand downwind.
RNAV traffic, Johnson County is 12 miles. Final, we are turning a Juno. 93 Whiskey.
Shelby 744 Echo, reporting to the west.
Rolling County traffic, report 777 to McGough, turning into our downwind for runway 20, Rolling County.
County, it was stepped on. This is Bonanza November 1693 Whiskey. What was your last transmission?
26. Large County.
Rowan County, Cessna 3454 Victor, will be coming in on a 45 for a left downwind runway 20, Rowan County. Rowan County traffic.
It's bumpy when we fly over the water.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know why this would be any different, but it's so far so smooth.
And Large County traffic 453, Papa Bear, now turning final.
When I took lessons, we had a big, great big lake that was right beside the runway, and it was so different in the summer because you'd be flying on the ground and you'd be gaining altitude, and you'd go over the lake and you'd drop down about 500 feet, just because there was no lift off of the water compared to what it was off the land.
Yeah, it wouldn't take long to get comfortable in this thing.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
It was a little squirrely the first couple of times I landed with it. In fact, it still gets squirrely once in a while, but I mean,
Burlington traffic 272 remain top, turning, departing the pattern to the southwest.
Pretty good airspeed too. We're usually running about 95.
yeah.
We're going to go to Lakeland.
Are you?
Yeah. You going?
I don't think so. I've got some other stuff I want to do, but I went to Lakeland a couple of years ago, and I'd like to go there and spend about 3 days just sort of enjoying it, you know. Here we got a little plane over there.
Yeah.
See, it showed up right here. See that little dot?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we don't have that feature now. That's pretty good.
He's probably going over Davidson County to land, I suppose. I'm not sure what he's doing, but
Where are we heading? I decided to go over the lake just because I could.
Yeah.
I just want to see what it felt like to turn the plane.
I'll just take a left turn, follow the lake here, and we'll get back to the airport pretty
Okay.
shortly. This one doesn't do too good above 7. If you
Yeah.
keep it around, if you keep your turns at flat or 5.
Okay. Yeah, that was a climbing turn. It wasn't really intentional either.
It's real easy on this one. I used to have so much trouble when I was coming in on landing, especially make the base turn, that I'd start climbing again, you know,
Yeah.
and lose airspeed and all that nasty stuff that goes along with
Well,
it.
you normally do a dropping turn because of the drag. This one wanted to climb when it turns. I didn't expect that.
And we still got this guy down here, but he's 500 feet below us. That's what you had 2 more zeros on that thing, so he should be just on the other side of the river over there somewhere. But oh, it's hard to find them all. And there's Rowan right there. If you keep this little black line kind of pointed towards that, it'll get us right on back to
All right,
it.
I see it. Yeah.
Now that doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to be 3,900 feet below us. It's not possible.
Yeah. All right, that's got me lined up with Rowan now.
Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of a fun little thing to play with.
God, yeah, is it ever? That just, I didn't expect it to climb when I turned though. Is that just a characteristic of a low wing or this plane?
I think it's this wing design. It tends to climb real easy. when you're taking off, you almost got to push the nose down to keep it from climbing too fast. Even with elevator trim, it's an easy thing to. It really, when you're on the ground, it's kind of at 50 miles an hour. It's the nose wheels won't come off the ground. If you don't make some extra effort, it will. And most of the time, I lift it up at 50 anyway because it flies pretty good at 50. I'd hate to get a terrible gust on the side or something, but at 60, you got more control. So I kind of hold it to 60 if I can. I'll switch back over to Rowan, huh?
Noted weather. I'm climbing through 2,700 feet.
We're listening to all the noise now. I'm sure glad they're not flying young eagles today. That came in last month with the young eagles. I never saw so much traffic crap, you know. But that's what.
Answer traffic, Skyhawk 4224 Quebec, joining the left downwind, runway 34. Answer traffic.
Calls Unicom, Cessna 272 Romeo Pop, airport advisory, please.
So what are we, 8 miles out from Carroll?
Johnson County traffic, Diamond Star 4902 Delta Sierra is at 2,800, just east of the tank farm. We'll be entering the 45 for downwind on 21, Johnson County. Richmond traffic, 1047 Fox, 2 mile final, practice star now 32, Richmond County.
I don't know why I can't see it. We're only 8 miles out. Is that it there? Yeah, that's it.
It's up there by the water tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you might want to start dropping altitude.
Yeah.
Take over a little bit.
Okay.
You want to go ahead?
I got it.
Yeah, because we're getting close. So.
No problem.
I'm not ready to land your plane yet, but I'll...
Johnson County traffic, Diamond Star 4902 Delta Sierra is going to peel off to the east here and allow approaching traffic behind me into Johnson County. Go ahead and enter the pattern for Johnson County.
Yeah, he's got me landing and stuff now, so I'm...
They always, the lady that checked me out for my check ride said that the high wings are much more forgiving.
Traffic,
Yeah, but when you're making your turn to base,
yeah,
you don't have to lift your wings and say, where's the damn airport? I keep having to do that, you know.
Policy traffic, 272 Romeo Pop, entering left downwind for 20.
I know where I'm turning, but I don't trust myself, so I always...
My problem is I get too close to the airport and you can't see it because you got a wing over the top of it, you know. It's
Yeah. Well, that is one advantage of gyrocopters.
No traffic, Cherokee 640 Juliet's going to enter down, or left base for 36 million.
What? Do they have a hole in the floor you can see too, or is it?
No, it was...
As for traffic, Diamond 133 Delta Alpha, taxiing from FBO to runway 21 for departure to the west.
Chop the wings off, make the stick shake,
and you got one.
And that's what you got. I mean, that's what I feel like I'm in.
Traffic 272 Romeo Pop, turning left base for 20.
Now that was the Kavanaugh. That's a, an enclosed. It's even the same color as this. He's
Hamilton Owens traffic, motor glider 94 Delta Kilo, entering the right downwind runway 31 at a 45 degrees, Hamilton Owens, this is full stop.
Yes, I saw it one time.
Yeah, I got pictures of it on my phone, but it's not an open cockpit. It's the, it's like this. I mean, you're in a big bubble. Feel like you're flying an egg.
Remote 105 Golf X-ray, go to frequency 1230.
Roger. Causey, traffic 272 Romeo Pop, final 20, Causey.
Moran County, light support 149 Whiskey Foxtrot, 5 miles east of the runway. We're entering the downwind leg of runway 20, Moran County. Yeah, we'll sort of gradually drop down a little bit. I like this when you look up in your 2.7 gallons instead of 5.
Yeah.
It's a fun deal. Now we get in the land of the bumps. That's why I like to fly above 3,000 feet. Most of the bumps are reduced.
Well, you avoid all the towers.
You definitely do that. Of course, they show up on here really good. This is a wonderful little setup.
Yeah, oh yeah. I just had to learn where everything is. You know, I was trying to watch my rate of climb and trying to stay level and all that. You know. Does it do ground terrain as well?
Yeah.
Low country traffic, traffic 13, 10 miles, port runway 23, low country traffic.
You ever flew into Transylvania County Airport?
No, I'm going to do it as soon as spring gets here. We're going to take off and catch that one first. Then I'm going to work back trying to fill out that little book.
Yeah, we got, I think, 15 more airports to go and we're done.
South County traffic on star 492 Delta Sierra, 5 miles to the east over Smithfield, at the beginning of 45, downwind
Yeah, you flying out of that area and your ground terrain, you know, we don't have the power to go up. We had to go the valley.
Yeah.
There's some power lines you follow. You follow the power lines through the valley. It's pretty cool. It reminds me of Star Wars where they're going through the...
Florence County traffic, Cherokee 7316 Whiskey, 3 miles.
And
3,000, Florence County traffic.
Well, I haven't heard any planes coming in here lately, have you?
No, not here. Everybody's going to Carthage, I guess, for lunch. I don't know. We did that yesterday.
Yeah.
Together traffic, Charlie 75 down to the Foxtrot, turning crosswind, runway 23, parking area 2 east, Shelby.
Rowan County, Light Support 149, Whiskey Foxtrot, turning downwind, runway 20, Rowan County. Got a little crosswind up here.
Ashboro traffic, Diamond 133, Delta Alpha, departing runway 21, Ashboro. Davis County traffic, Cherokee 8001 Whiskey is about to set in. Davis traffic, got 8 miles to the south, Davis County traffic.
Yeah, I got to get your tail number. I want to...
Shelby traffic, Charlie 75 down to the Foxtrot, 2 miles east, parking area 2 east, Shelby.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to enter my logbook.
Yeah.
Answer traffic, Skyhawk 24 Quebec, turning left, gate for runway 34, answer traffic.
How's you doing? I'm 2 Romeo, departing the pattern to the southeast.
Rowan County, Light Support 149, Whiskey Foxtrot, turning base, runway 20, Rowan County.
Just...
Lake Nova traffic, helicopter 72 Quebec Charlie, 8 miles to the southwest, 1,500 inbound, Lake Nova traffic.
Did you say life support?
Light Support.
Oh, light sport. Oh, okay. I forget that's what this kind of plane is.
Yeah. You know, they say that experimental, it doesn't narrow it down to anything. You know, I mean, you got an RV that goes 200 knots and you got a light sport that goes 100 miles an hour. So, at least if you define your plane, it's a little better.
Appreciate that. What's up, Todd?
Southeast Greensboro traffic, Moody 7148 uniform is 10 miles east inbound. We're at 4,000 Southeast Greensboro.
Got a little strange wind up here. That's okay.
Yeah, these little trees will push you up too sometimes coming in here. I flared it so much yesterday, the guy watched me come in, he went and checked my tail to make sure I didn't drag my tail. I didn't, but you know, John's done the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, just flared it a little too much and the wind kind of catch you, you know, and lift you. I said, what's the big deal? I'm used to riding a dirt bike on the back tire. Why should I be any different in a plane? Didn't bother me.
Ashboro traffic, 133, Delta Alpha turning right crosswind, departing to the west, Ashboro.
Very nice.
Davidson traffic, cap 3212 on the 45 for left downwind 24, Davidson.
And Davidson traffic, Cherokee 8001 Whiskey is in left downwind for 24, Davidson traffic.
You got to wiggle it just a little to get it come in right, but it pretty well does what you want it to.
Yeah, this thing will spoil you. I like his. I hadn't found one I don't like yet, so just whatever you get used to.
I think the other Zenith version with a high wing that's supposed to be short takeoff and landing, they're really dramatic because, these guys take off with such an angle of attack, you swear it's going to stall. And they can do the same thing on a landing, but scares the dickens out of me.
Yeah, that plane is just, he's had it so long and he's so happy with it, I've offered, if you ever want to get something else, I'll go on with you on one, But, if they don't fix it. And I don't think we need two planes,
No.
So, it's like if it ain't broke, don't.
Davidson traffic, cap 3212, left downwind 24, Davidson.
Moran County, Light Support 149, Whiskey Foxtrot, clear the active runway. Yeah, well, we're going to eat a hamburger now.
And Davidson traffic, Cherokee 8001 Whiskey is turning left base for 24, Davidson.
County Greensboro traffic, Mooney 4 in uniform, 5 miles east, we're about 2,600.
Now, who's that?
Man, this thing's quiet.
It's got a muffler. Makes a big difference.
Davidson traffic, Cherokee 8001 Whiskey is turning for 24, Davidson.
We're gone about a half hour or so.
Yeah, just about a half hour. Well, let me shut some of this stuff down here.
Man, I really appreciate that.